Okay, I'm gonna try and figure out who they voted as the hottest person out of these 100 people. Okay, let's go.
We brought 100 people together, and one of them believes they're the hottest person here.
The thought of staying makes me want to throw up, but the thought of...
I think we found the winner.
It also makes me want to throw up.
We need 9 more people to leave.
Okay, so a lot of this will be kicking people off the island. The hot island.
This is really fucked up.
You guys voted on a poll that ranked these people from least attractive to most attractive. It's their job to figure out who...
I have a feeling that, and I hope this is not the case, but I have a feeling that the person that's voted top attractive here is probably not that attractive. They're probably like average, which is fine, but they're not top if this sample of people happen to be primarily woke.
placed on top. Let's see if they can find the one. Are you guys ready? So for the first round, we're asking the people who believe they're the 10 least attractive people in the circle to leave.
Okay, so ugly out. Ugly is out.
You guys have 5 minutes to discuss this.
Yeah, that's pretty harsh. And but I mean, it's part of the game.
I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of tough.
I think people need to be real.
Okay, we're gonna go through and we're gonna vote, or I'm going to pick who I would get rid of. We'll start with her. I don't find her attractive.
I feel like people are gonna be so stubborn.
Probably bad hygiene. I'm gonna say that. Bad hygiene.
This guy is a contender for the 10 that need to leave. These two are fine.
Yeah.
Anyone who smells bad has to
You can't have that. Yeah.
Like, we know weight is like, too much weight is not really considered attractive because people want to slim down for a reason. Anytime you see a transformation video, most of the time they either build more muscle or they lose fat. So I'm going based off of that, based off of what I've seen. My boy here, he's got to go.
Someone who's over the age of 40 has to go.
But if people find me unattractive, I don't care. I didn't enter a beauty contest.
Anyone who says they don't care with that much conviction, I think you're maybe trying to cover something up. Vote him out and we'll see how much he cares.
I think beauty is so subjective and like everyone views themselves so differently.
Growing up, I didn't feel that attractive. You know, I was.
Bro, this guy's a very good looking dude. We're gonna get two things. We're gonna get a couple things here. We're gonna get the less attractive people trying to pump themselves up. The people who are clearly attractive, they're gonna try and humble themselves down, just not to make the others feel bad. And we're gonna get the virtue signalers saying, "Oh, this is so messed up. This isn't yada yada yada." Like, look, it's okay to call someone unattractive, in my opinion. Really, the word unattractive, I think, should just be seen as neutral. If you're unattractive, so be it. You're unattractive. If you're attractive, amazing. But there's more to you than your looks. That's why I have no problem calling someone unattractive, attractive, yada yada yada.
On the nerdy side, but I feel like as puberty hit and as I aged, a lot of peers and interactions from people kind of gave me that.
This guy's got symmetry. He's got sharp lines. He's got like thicker eyebrows, perfect hairline, and he said he grew up unattractive. I'd love to see this. Probably didn't grow, like, he is a little smaller, so he probably didn't grow up as, like, you know, the big guy. Probably a little more shy, so girls didn't really gravitate towards him, but this guy definitely looks fine. Clean beard.
What are you saying? Are you attractive?
Yes.
Yeah? Are you in the top 9?
Oh, these three are... This one's okay. He's got the height. We know for guys, height does usually make you more attractive. Her, I don't find her attractive. And honestly, age makes you, for the most part, less attractive. This guy, if he gets defensive about his age, picture him younger, he's still not going to be even in the top half.
Top 90, yeah.
For
I would
sure.
say so.
Yes.
Top
yes,
90.
Yes, I'd say so. I care less about the way I look as I get older.
Face cards, everyone. Face cards. See what you look like.
Do you think you're in the top 90?
I feel like I can make top 90.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, like just the bottom 10, just, you know, the feeling of bottom 10 doesn't feel too great. So
And then things might get sticky.
Yeah, it gets a little
It
sticky.
gets a little dicier.
I have body dysmorphia and not knowing what I look like most of the time. So I don't know.
I don't understand what that is, actually. How do you not know what you look like? Do you actually not know what you look like, or is this kind of just an excuse?
How other people would perceive me because I don't perceive myself at all.
Like sometimes.
I don't perceive myself at all. Well, I mean, sure, whatever, but like you're playing a game where people voted. Maybe you can kind of assume where they voted.
Even your own family may make you feel ugly. Especially like growing up in a Hispanic family because my mother's Puerto Rican and they like to nitpick on you so much.
Yeah, you really have to just like not listen to what other people think.
Oh my god. Yeah. We're gonna get the pretty people kind of just giving advice, you know, trying to humble themselves and try to relate to the problem when it's hard for them to relate to it.
And just, I don't know, it has to be like an inner voice inside of you that like no one can change, no matter
Oh, it's easy for you to say.
what anyone else says.
Please leave the circle if you believe you are one of the 10 least attractive people here.
I'm gonna hand you a card, and in the card is the number you got on the poll.
What?
I wasn't expecting it
Yeah,
because it is something that I do struggle with.
I would not
And knowing that there were like a lot of
give her an 8
people
out of 10.
rating, I just automatically know like it's just me in my head like, oh, they're gonna rate me way different than they did.
Personally, me, I'd give her a
So
6.
this is like an eye opener for me.
Why are they saying no? Like, it's not even... This game isn't even being played properly. It's not even people who think they're unattractive. It's just, like, people that are... I feel like it's people that just feel bad. Or they're like, oh, I don't want to play this anymore. It's like... It's like this is becoming more of a game of like self-sacrifice to feel better about yourself now. Yeah, this is becoming more of a game, or less of a who's the hottest, but more so who can sacrifice themselves to feel better about themselves.
This is really up, honestly. People compare you. This is really up.
Or who's like the angriest and is just fed up.
Now it's time for the
This isn't even a game anymore. It's more like just a social experiment.
round. You should only remain in the circle if you believe you're in the top 50.
The thought of staying makes me want to throw up, but the thought of leaving also makes me want to throw up.
I feel like I can
You know what? Is that the girl who says that she can't perceive herself?
look at myself and I'd probably vote myself out.
What?
Like, this blonde girl cannot leave.
Why?
Just like, I don't know.
Is it because maybe you don't like put yourself out there, or?
Yo, but hearing her talk, bro, that's that's irritating. Like, you know you're hot when you just don't get it.
In the top, or?
I think maybe middle top. I think energy can carry a lot, and also just like
She is right. She is right about that, but it can carry you only so much.
not nervous, but I'm curious to see how the top will look, diversity levels, because I mean, everyone has underscored biases, subconscious biases. I feel like people are starting to get anxious, antsy, you know?
It's just all about how you present yourself. You know, people who exude confidence and smile, you know, are more.
Like, it's so entertaining seeing people kind of like dance around the topic rather than just like hit it head on. I wish there was someone there that would just be like just straight up and, you know, so based and doesn't give, you know, a care about what other people think. They can just call them out as it is.
The girl with all the tattoos left, and her and I would have. No, we literally. She's so hot. No, mommy. It's a cruel.
It doesn't need to be hard.
What the heck? Like, what is this? Like, all the like fake sadness, you know, the fake cheering. Like, come on. It's just interesting to see how like afraid people are to speak. And how they kind of have to like go with the flow, you know.
40 people do have to leave. Okay. And I still think more people are gonna have to leave.
No.
Yeah, no, this blonde girl, she's not budging. She knows it.
Since not enough people are leaving, I'm gonna have to pair people up, and you'll decide amongst yourselves who will leave the circle.
Okay.
You two, you two, you two, you two. You. I'm not like, okay, you two, you two, you two.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Talking about it, it was kind of hard because you have to be not only humble but honest, self-aware.
He's gonna
be not only humble but honest.
If this person thinks that they're hot, they're gonna have a tough time arguing this this contest.
It's time to decide who's gonna leave. So,
like, for this to be such a hard conversation to have, the issue is really not whether or not someone calls you unattractive or attractive, but it's more so like you gotta be able to handle it. If you're called unattractive, like, people are only dancing around the issue because of how people react to being called unattractive. They shouldn't have, in my opinion, they shouldn't have to dance around the issue. Like, you should be able to just tell someone, like, yeah, I don't think you're the most attractive, or, oh, okay, this, and that. Like, we value looks way too much. It is important. It is there. However, you don't need to let it affect you that much.
with the person who decided they were less attractive, please leave the circle now.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I wish they really would have, like, dove into the conversations.
Okay.
I don't think he was too happy with his rating.
Okay.
Okay, you got a really good rating. And he's...
I got a 4.
Yeah.
And this is out of 10.
Yeah, but you don't care, buddy. You said you don't care.
And I honestly don't mind the score.
Got a 9.
It doesn't sound like that. You don't mind.
Kind of high.
Look, if you're called beautiful, people say you look good, and you know it. don't try to like downplay it. It just makes you look untrustful. Like they could tell you're kind of BSing them.
Yes. And I think that if anything, it may even be feedback that I probably should spend a little more time on fitness. I may have to consider dyeing my hair someday. I feel that.
Yeah, you say you didn't care, and now he's like, oh, I gotta change myself. Weird.
As long as I think I'm attractive, I'm going to be confident.
Now we're cutting down to the last 10 people. So
Like they just regurgitate these rules and statements and sayings, but they don't do any of it. Sorry, but like, how did this guy make it all the way over here? Who was this person's partner in the 1v1?
Do you think I'm in the top 10? I think you are. Do you think I am?
Really?
Yeah.
I think you are.
Should I? Yeah, you are.
I think I'm in the top 10. I think you are. Do you think I am? What?
10.
This is getting nowhere.
No, I think you are. I think this is the time to tell people how it is if they're really attractive, I think.
The girl with the curly hair. Where's she?
Yeah,
that one's fine. Like all three of these in this shot, I'll move my face. Like, wow, they're contenders.
So now we're gonna pare it down to the top 10. And remember that people in an online poll voted for you. So only stay in if you thought you would be in the top 10% of those people. Please leave in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's see. Correct. Correct. Whoa, what? Yo, get back there. Like, there are some people that you look at and you're just like, whoa. It's not like the over-exaggerated, like, wow, you're so pretty, but like, just like, whoa, where you gotta like, you look at them, you're like, whoa, and then you gotta contain yourself. It's not the wow that lingers. That's like, no. That's, no.
So we're gonna go around the circle and I want you to explain who you think it is.
It's gotta be one of the girls, unless there's a dude with like an insane face.
She just fits like the American Beauty standard.
I would think Maddie is the top female, and then I think Gavin would be the top male.
I definitely
If Gavin is the top male, I will be surprised.
agree. Gavin is top guy for sure, and Andy is a top team.
Yo, poor guy. Like, there's an Asian standing right, guy in the white shirt, and there's another Asian standing right beside him. I know this guy takes care of himself. I know he cares about his looks. Poor guy.
It would be Gavin, Haley, and Isabella. Nandi.
And people almost feel guilty for being called the prettiest. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. You shouldn't feel guilty or, feel bad for being called pretty. But it seems like they are from by the look of their faces.
And Gavin fit the model look, I think, of Nandi or Haley for sure.
Yeah, I think that
Okay.
it's maybe not unanimous, but like, I mean,
Where did that blonde girl go?
even before it got down to these numbers, it sort of looks like light is following you. Like, you're very pretty. Like, I think it's probably gonna be you. Yeah.
Gavin and Kiz are very beautiful.
Nandi, I saw her earlier, and it's like, oh, she's like, before anything, I was like, oh, for sure her. Gavin probably is for the male, and it's for the girl, Naomi. And I know we're not basing this off of personality, but like, you just have this like joy about you that I really appreciate. So
It's time to leave the circle and find out if Nandi is the one.
Yeah, I'm not with the times. I don't know. Okay.
If the light turns green, you're the one. If the light turns red, you're not the one.
What?
Light change in 3, 2, 1.
I mean,